morning, Jacob here. It is an absolutely gorgeous morning. There is no wind right now. I know that's gonna change throughout the day, but it's got me pretty dang stoked for the morning. It's been decently warm as of late. It was about 60 degrees last night, which is a lot better than it has been. It's been like 80 to 85 during the day. So I'm liking the temperature we've been having the past couple days. To go try to catch some redfish and black drum on flats and in some more shallower mangrove lines. I picked up some live shrimp. I'd be stoked just to catch a redfish, black drum, or trout today, but I really want to get a big one, and I'm feeling lucky. Let's go get after it. Alright, we're just throwing these live shrimp on a little crusher jig with 30-pound fluorocarbon leader. We probably have about 3 feet of leader. I typically tie like 5 to 6 feet of leader just because I switch my lures a lot. So I just typically always have a ton of leader on there. As long as I have about like 2 feet, I feel pretty comfortable. I'm the type that likes to have a lot longer leader than most people. We've pulled over the first spot. I saw a ton of bait when we first pulled up, and I already spooked 2 redfish, so great start. The sun is kind of blaring in my eyes, so it is a little bit hard to sight cast right now, but I'm still feeling pretty good about it. There we go. Oh, it's a snook. I was not expecting that. He got some fight in him. Before he frays me off, let's get him in the boat. Because he choked it. Beautiful little snook, first fish of the day. Not bad. I was not expecting a snook. I was like a redfish or black drum or trout, but we'll take a snook. Beautiful start to our day. Let's get buddy back in the water. Off he goes. Because he choked it, he definitely frayed me a little bit, but honestly not too bad. Only lost a little bit of a leader. If I'm going out to sight cast black drum and redfish, typically I'll throw a lighter leader just because I feel like it gives me a better chance. But when I'm doing blind casting, which is what I'm sort of doing right now, because there's a chance I can catch snook, I usually toss a heavier leader just in case, because they can fray you off pretty dang easily if you're throwing a lighter leader. So I got 30-pound fluoro on here, and it got the job done there. Just got eaten again. There we go. That's another fish. That one's a black drum. There we go. Little guy. Oh no, it's a red. He was just thick. He was a taller fish for how small he is, so I thought it was a black drum. All right, that was right after I just caught that snook, so I think we're starting to find a fish. Let's hope they start growing. All right, I just saw a pretty big redfish come out from this deeper murky water right off the edge. So as I'm searching for fish sort of on the edge that I can see to sight cast, I'm gonna make some blind cast out in this murky water, hoping to get lucky. Let's just try to sight cast a stingray. Oh, that was a thud. I don't know what we got here, but it's swimming at me. Oh, it's a nice redfish. It's a nice red. Let's freaking go. Let's go, dude. Keeping tension on him. There we go. Just like I said, blind casting in that dirtier water. Try to get some ground on him. Let's go, dude. He is working me. Oh yeah. Oh, this is my favorite fish in the whole world. Oh, and he's got the most beautiful spots I've ever seen. Oh, this is such a beautiful fish. Barely hooked in the corner of his mouth. Let's go, dude. Let's freaking go. Look how beautiful this fish is. Look at the spots on his tail. What a beautiful fish. Hooked barely in the corner of his mouth. Look at that fish, dude. He is munching down on my thumb right now. He's got some sharp teeth, but that is such a beautiful fish. Spots on that tail. Let's freaking go, dude. That is what this is about. This is what I was after. I'm so freaking pumped right now, man. This is such a beautiful fish. Let's get a measure on him. All right, that's a 27-inch red right there. So freaking beautiful. Let's get homeboy back in the water. He is drumming away. Oh, such a strong kickoff. Let's freaking go. Oh man, that's so sick. 2 redfish, a snook, 27-inch redfish. We still got so much daylight ahead of us. Let's freaking go. Like I just said, I saw that bigger redfish swim out from this deeper part, which it's only like 2 feet deep, but compared to this over here, which is about 6 inches deep, it's still pretty early in the morning, so this bank right here hasn't been warmed up by the sun yet. So I assume there could be some fish cruising around in that little bit of a deeper water, just because it has a really muddy bottom and that sort of holds the heat. So literally just started blind casting in that direction, hooked up on that fish. I'm so freaking stoked, man. Let's go get some more. That eat on that last one was one of the biggest thuds I've ever felt from a redfish. Usually it's more of just like they just kind of slurp it. That's what I'm sort of used to, but that was a he freaking sucked that thing in. Now I want to talk about something that I feel like some people might disagree with me on. It's just my opinion at the end of the day, but I've always been an advocate for when you're sight casting to be blind casting in places where there could also be fish, just because you never really know. And if you're just sitting there holding your lure or your bait to your side waiting to see a fish, that's so much time passing by that your bait's not in the water, which you can't catch a fish. Holy crap. Nice redfish just swam right by me as I was saying that. The longer your bait's in the water, the better your chance of catching a fish, in my opinion. You can't catch fish without that lure being in the water. And honestly, what just happened is a prime example of why, because that fish came out from the depths and I would not have seen him anyways, even if I was just sitting there waiting to sight cast him, because he was in a place where the water was a little too deep and murky to even see him. The fish are definitely starting to crawl up, start cruising his flat. Definitely starting to get warm enough where that sun's been kind of beating for a little bit for them to kind of cruise up there and cruise around, warm up a little bit. So I think we are in a perfect area to slay some more fish. Oh, that's cool. Oh, this place is so freaking dope. Oh, there's another. There's definitely a fish sitting right there. There we go. Oh! There we go. Little red. Oh, it's been a minute since we've caught a fish. Beautiful little red. Man, he's got some blue in his tail. My chest GoPro is being dumb. Having trouble getting it to turn back on right now, but sat there for about 5 minutes. That redfish choked it, and I was worried he wasn't going to release well. There we go. But I sat there and nursed him for a minute or so, and he kicked off pretty hard, so I'm happy he was okay. When those fish choke your hooks and you have to keep them out of the water a little bit longer to get that hook out, one, if it's super deep down there and you really think you're gonna have a hard time getting it out, Sadly, your best bet is just to cut it, get him back in the water, give him his best chance. But if you're able to, sit there and really give him some time to revive him. I'm happy that guy kicked off. Well, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It helps the channel a lot. And I'm kind of in a stage where I hate doing the whole YouTube asking for likes, comments, and subscriptions and all that stuff. But for me to be able to continue doing this, I obviously want and need it to grow. So I've got to do that annoying stuff sometimes. Regardless, I appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching the video. I'm gonna go pick up some bass tackle because we got a little casual fun tournament tomorrow that I'm gonna be doing with some homies. Now I wanna be prepared to take them down. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.